fellows, is it still your wish, after hearing their counsel and getting a better understanding of what we expect from you in your new role, that you wish to join the order of the Lord? Then we would like to summon Master Applehawk, please present yourself.
Lord Johann, you've been my apprentice for over a year, and so first I need to release you from that before we can proceed. If I could have that pretty green belt back. Well, I'm sure it smells like it. I've often said that the master has failed more times than the beginner has ever even tried. And you, Johann, have failed as a musician. You have failed as a composer. You have failed as a songwriter and failed as a performer and an instrumentalist. And every time, with every failure, you rose up again and you tried again. And through that failing and that trying, you've improved yourself and you've inspired people around you. So, kudo on you for that. I also have words here. I'm not good at words like this, so I received words from a friend. And she said I have to read it with a Magyar accent, because that's how she does things.
Oh, yeah.
Greetings unto their majesties of Atlantia, from Tisish Sophia, called Zoph, mistress of the Order of the Laurel, residing in the Middle Kingdom. The bonds we create in the SCA go deeper than friendship. In many cases, we are able to find kindred spirits, people who share our love and joy in our art. In the Bardic community, we call some of those people our muses. Johann is my brother, my dear friend, and one of my muses. His music lifts my soul, his lyrics touch my heart, and his gentle way of being inspires me to be better, to do better. The day I met Johann, I knew he was different. Kidnapping, rescuing his mug and the hijinks that followed only cemented that belief. He embraced my crazy idea, and the laughter we shared over that mug will always be a delightful memory for us both. Today, you recognize what I knew from the moment I met Johann. He is my peer, and I highly recommend him unto you for inclusion into the Order of the Laurel. There, she said it so much better than I could. And with Magyar flair. But there's one last thing I'd like to do. I've taken up with many of my apprentices who really need it. Often with the chivalry, they'll give a knightly buffet, a blow that should be unanswered. And, well, I wouldn't presume to strike you, but as a performer, you are often heckled by the audience and booed and jeered. And so I would like to ask the audience if you would give one last booing and heckling unto Johann that he has to just take. And he cannot respond to you with some clever wit or walk off or anything like that. So if you would, just let him know how bad he Thank you.
Slacker.
I will leave you with that. Use the pillows. That's what they're there for.
That last piece of beer advice. Do the pillows have some coating on them that just repels?
It's the good pillows. But we'll let you on. Is there a cake?
Mistress Tay wasn't able to come here today, but she sent her word. This is what it says. Jaeger, will be a visual representation of the beauty that your music brings to our fair kingdom. Borrowing from the words of Dowland, I say, fine Knaxville laurels, choice brave and new, fair to view. Sometimes in the shell of finest pearl we find, but in your heart, where duty serves and loves, think of no removes.
Barony, would you come forward?
Yes, Your Majesty.
You have
At the request of Master Effenwald, the mentor of this fine, worthy, and wonderful gentleman who is going to join our order and of whom we are all so proud and delighted for. Sir, there are certain musical instruments that should only be handled by a master, lest disaster ensue. Things like the bagpipes, or the concertina, the sopranino recorder,
Hallelujah.
and finally, and most trenchantly in this case, present you, on behalf of the Order of the Laurel, with your own weapon of mass destruction and the instruction booklet. Use it wisely.
For God's sake, let's lay that aside temporarily.
I go off.
Half cocked indeed.
Mr. Strasburg. Mr. Strasburg, please come forward.
Lord Johann of the Wandering Log. Make sure you don't lose this one. Leave it with the or otherwise dispose of it incorrectly. This is a beautiful reproduction of a Greek glass, and it says in Greek that you should stay well hydrated and well fed. Rejoice and be merry. No, excuse me, rejoice and be merry.
Rejoice and be merry. I didn't know when it's going to be 2,000 years old.
With lots of love. May it always be filled with wine and song and love.
You can see we'll always be filled with wine.
Now, there is a medallion today, is there not?
There is.
Come forward, Mr. Williams.
This medallion was worn by Olivier de Vion, Rory Ancu, and Ferdinand at Walt Whistles. Let its emblem be a beacon to let others know of your skill, its weight be a responsibility to share the knowledge, and its reverse to remind you of your lineage.
Yes. On the record.
How appropriate.
We would hear your oath. We would hear your oath, Mr. Johann.
Pledge my time and my talent, skill, so I can be crowned in our kingdom and society and love. And I will continue to encourage the part of our performing arts and continue to
Master Johann, we accept your pledge of service with a glad heart. Atlantia is a lucky kingdom to have you. For our part, we pledge to listen to your counsel. We pledge to offer you the protection, you and your household, the protection of the crown. And we pledge to defend you against your enemies. You bring laughter and song and joy to our court, and for this you always have a friend in Cohen City. And there is.
There it is. What's that on the scroll?
Let all the world know that we, Cohen and Signy, sovereigns of fair Atlantia, do delight in the fact that our good and noble subject, Johann von Solothurn, has displayed a wondrous expertise in music and the performing arts. Also, do we recognize his teaching this knowledge to others in a manner most pleasing. Thus do we now welcome him into the Order of the Laurel and award unto him the following arms by letters patent: gules, a phoenix, on a sheath, argent, 3 crosses, clechy gules, with the sole and exclusive right to bear and display them throughout the known world. In witness whereof we have set our hands, done this 8th day of July, AS 52, at our King's assessment.
Dunstan did the script.
The text was done by Dunstan. The layout was done by Lord Tancred. The calligraphy done by Lady Katerina. And the illumination done by Baroness Sasha.
Excellent.
This
is quite a team effort.
I know.
Rise, Master Johann. Greet the members of your order.